Welcome to Aya, and welcome to Aya Golden Energy Healing. Now, you should always prepare yourself before giving energy healing, especially if you're giving it to somebody else. There are different ways of doing this. But first, why do we need to do this? Why do we need to prepare ourselves? Well, think about this. You're going to transfer your energy from your own body and give it to somebody else. You want to make sure it's clean, don't you? If you're going to lend somebody your trousers or shirt or something, you wouldn't give it to them dirty, would you? You'd clean it first, of course. Well, it's the same with energy. So how can our energy become dirty in the first place? Well, when we feel emotions, we produce an emotional energy, and that circulates around our energy bodies or energy frameworks. That emotional energy can actually be transferred to other people and activate their emotional cycle. That's how people can sometimes feel other people's emotions. It's called being an empath. So if we've been feeling any negative emotions during the day, and most people do, of course, we have to make sure that we won't be transferring any of this negative energy to our recipient of healing. For obvious reasons, it's going to make them feel awful. So there's a number of techniques that you can use to prepare yourself for giving healing. The best methods will focus on two aspects: breath work and meditation. The reason is that breath work, or pranayama yoga, as it can be called, will clear out your energy body and bring in clear, clean, fresh, golden energy. That will dispel any of those negative emotions and stop you from transferring them to somebody else. And meditation techniques will calm your mind down, and that will slowly stop the negative thoughts that actually trigger those negative emotions in the first place. Even just 5 minutes of highly focused meditation should do the trick. And the more practice you are with meditation, the easier it is to calm the mind quickly. So here's a demonstration of our suggested preparation exercise. It's called Golden Energy Yogic Breathing. It's best to sit down for this one. So Golden Energy Yogic Breathing consists of two main parts. There's the breathing bit, and then there's the visualization bit to it. Okay, you have to do both together. But let's start by explaining one and then explaining the other. So the breathing cycle is really just the most basic breathing cycle that you can get in pranayama yoga. Now let me talk you through it. First of all, on the in-breath, the air is coming into your lungs, but the belly is coming out. So belly comes out first on the in-breath, then the chest comes out. Then you want to fill as much air into your lungs as you possibly can. So you fill right up to the top, and there you hold your breath just for 2 or 3 seconds or so. And then you let out all the air in a nice, long, slow, steady stream, all the way down to the bottom of the breath where your lungs are completely empty. There you hold your breath again for another 2 or 3 or so. And then you repeat. So the timings are around between 3 and 5 seconds or counts for the in-breath, and then hold for 2 or 3, and then out for the count of 3 to 5, and then hold for 2 or 3. So, the counting or the seconds doesn't have to be exact. It's just approximate, but as long as it's in that approximately that ratio. In breath, slight hold; out breath, slight hold. Now, the main purpose is to actually cram as much air into your lungs as you possibly can on the in-breath and empty them out as empty as you possibly can on the out-breath. Okay, so that is the rhythm and the counting. Sometimes you have to do that basic yogic breathing rhythm for a little bit of time just to help you get used to it. And then eventually you just be able to do it without counting. It'll just be completely automatic. Once it's become automatic, then you can add the visualization. Now, this is the golden energy part of the exercise. So on the in-breath, you want to visualize golden energy pouring in from all directions, as if there's golden energy everywhere and a big haze around you. And when you're breathing in, you're pouring it into your energy body, and it's slowly filling up the whole of the energy body on that in-breath. And then at the top of the breath, when you're doing your little breath hold, you want to visualize or imagine that that golden energy is expanding in all directions, as if you're an exploding star or an exploding sun. And then on the out breath, when the air is coming out of your lungs in the visualization, the golden energy stays. So the air's coming out, but you are keeping that golden energy in your energy body, nice, clear, bright, and shining golden energy body. Okay. And then you repeat. So that's it, really. It's the breathing cycle plus the visualization on top. But it takes a little bit of time to actually get used to doing that breathing exercise. So make sure you persevere with it. So remember, it's easy to see if you're not ready to give energy healing. If you're agitated, you're stressed, you're feeling emotional, anxious, or anything like that, you need to prepare yourself properly. Or sometimes you just have to accept that it might be better to wait to another day. Now, so far we've been talking about preparing yourself in the short term before giving healing. Well, there's another aspect to this, and that's long-term preparation. And what we mean by that is that all healers should always be working on themselves, physically, energetically, and spiritually. The reason is not only for the general well-being and spiritual progress of the healer, but also because of the blockages in the energy body of the healer. Now, we'll talk a lot more about energy blockages as we progress through the course, but just briefly, that emotional energy we were just talking about, well, when it's a negative emotion, it gets stuck around the energy body and it causes blockages. These blockages actually stop the flow of energy through the body, including stopping healing energy from moving around, or even getting out of you to someone else. So it's very important for a healer to maintain good energetic health. And you do that through integrating a practice of energy work and self-healing exercises into your daily routine. And we'll go through these exercises in later lessons, don't worry. Okay, so that was a short introduction into the concept of preparation. If you want the written instructions for golden energy yogic breathing, by the way, or some meditation techniques, you can download our free booklet of self-healing exercises from the link in bio. Okay, don't forget to follow or subscribe for the next lessons. See you soon.